Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So, Vasant, yesterday you were telling that bucket policy has precedence over ACL. Here, the role has precedence over bucket policy. That's why we are able to read it.
See, ACL see everything is on if anyone if anything over here is a deny, like your bucket policy has a deny, your ACL has a deny. Deny will always take a first precedence, nevertheless what policy has been attached. Okay, so if you have ACL, you have a bucket policy, you have a role. Now here on this case, Lohit, I don't have a bucket policy, okay? I don't have a bucket policy and I don't have an access control. I have an access control list, but I didn't make that public. You see that? Can you see? We didn't make that to publicly exposable to everyone. So that's in control. Okay, that's in control. So if any anonymous user get the URL as well, if he hits on the object, he will or the person will not be able to access it, right? Okay, so if let's say if I give you this access of db.txt, I give you this, okay? The bucket is public, that's why you will be able to go through the URL, but you won't be able to access the db.txt, okay? That's in the chat box. Try that out. Okay, but what happened is the role, sorry, the user has a permission, okay? The user has a permission that so you see there is no bucket policy, there is no ACL, and there is only one IAM who has a permission of allow. So if there is no bucket policy, no ACL, and IAM on the top, that means he's allowed to do what IAM is allowed to do, right? So your IAM takes the first precedence, and IAM has done this. And with IAM access key and secret key, we were able to access and download the stuff. Make sense?
But ACL was there, right? ACL was there.
Yeah, your voice is very low.
ACL was present, right? Bucket bucket policy is not there, but ACL was present for this DB or
But
bucket.
ACL, yes, on the access control list, ACL will work for the anonymous people, right? It will work for sure, and it is working. You see that. I've given you the link on the chat box. You click on that, you won't be able to access it. It is working, right? But if I'm a user and I have an administrative access on the object, okay, I told you there is a difference between open and the object, right? Once you click on over here, I will be able to access this, right? I'll be able to access it. Reason you see that I have a pop-up came on my screen to download that. Reason being because open over here takes your current user, like current I'm logged in as Basant. So it will take me as a Basant and it will open the content because I'm allowed to do that. Um, Lohit, we were not able to do it. If you remember, we were trying to get the secret directly, but we were not able to do it from the machine because it says access denied. Although the IAM role has a permission, it was not because there was a in permission. I have a bucket policy which says that only allowed to get the object when the request come from this IP address. Okay, so the bucket policy was denying the IAM role to access it because the request is not coming up from the specified IP address. Do you get
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
Yes.
cool.
Vasant, I have a question.
Yes, Lata.
Yeah. So, see, bucket is like private means I cannot make any of the objects in that bucket as public, right?
Yes.
So, if I have to make any of the object public means bucket has to be public.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to confirm. Yeah, thank you.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Hello, may I audible?
Yes, Manikanta, you are audible.
Yeah, so yesterday recorded sessions are not there in the portal CLND.
Okay, yesterday's session was not there.
Yeah,
See, I don't have any control on that. There's only button on my screen which says recording. I press that and that starts the recording. And ideally it should
okay,
go in the cloud and it should come over on that portal. If it's not there, I'll let Anjali know about it. If she's there in the call, Anjali, if you can address this, if she's there or not. She just pinged it and left away. Okay, I'll tell Manikan to them that that portal do not have the recording, so they'll take care of that part.
okay. And for pen testing, they'll come with separately Lambda pen testing and EC2 instant pen testing, like how requirement will come. Like,
Are you working as a pen tester?
yes,
See, I'll tell you, you will have the app hosted on the app. So you are what you are? You are a network pen tester or you are a
no.
app pen tester?
Yeah, actually we'll do a web application and as well as web infra. Okay. So in general
Mm-hmm.
scenarios, how it may come, not especially
Okay.
to current one. Yeah.
So you won't see that in general term. You will see the application which came in, which has been hosted on AWS. So there are two type of pen
Okay.
tests now. The trend has been completely changed, Manikan. We have now we used to have a network, we used to have a app, and now there's a pen test of cloud as well. So the trend has been
Yeah.
little bit changed, right? So when we do a cloud pen test, they will give you a secret key and access key to check for the infrastructure with the principle of least privilege. Okay, and
Okay.
then once they give it to you that, and they will allow you to increase your privileges if you can. Okay, and if you can increase your privileges and look for and breach the access, then they will try to patch it out. Okay, but in real right now, if we talk about the Indian market, because that's where you will get the request from, or most of our, yeah, so what you will get is you will get the app. Okay, from the application you have to
Okay.
that will be hosted on this, and you have to add the test cases only, Manikant, when you found a breached access key and secret key. Otherwise, whatever you are doing with the pen test, you keep that test cases as it is. Increase it only when you have an access key and secret key, or a scenario like EC2 instances with a reverse proxy, a scenario like you find it out in access key and secret key. Even if we are doing a pen test of Lambda very soon, um, we would be doing this. We would be I'm sorry, we would be needing an access key and secret key for that as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And coming to the infra, so I have here like cloud infrastructure pen testing. So in this time, same they will give to us access key and secret key, and we need to follow like how they will give that time. So they will give us an internal access.
They will give you internal access, and saying that okay, this is your internal access, this is your access key and secret key with the least privilege, as I mentioned. And with that least privilege access, you have to increase your privileges or try to have explore more services and exploit more services. That's what you will get.
Okay. And I heard like VPC pivot technique. So that is somewhere I seen in the articles. So that is there, or how is
No,
possible
what do you
pivoting
see?
from VPC to VPC pivot,
VP to
VPC to VPN
VP,
pivot.
VPC,
Sorry,
VPC pairing.
no,
Pivot.
VPC to VPN pivot.
Okay, that is what I'm not very well aware of. What is that? VPC to
VPC
VPN.
VPN pivot. PI pivot.
This can be an issue. This can, yeah. Okay, got it. Like what receivers has been ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very um, old attack. Been completely passed and updated. Do you want to know about more there? But I'll take you to this. Don't worry. More on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. If you want, I can take you to this as well.
Okay.
You have to spare some time with me.
Yeah, sure. Actually, now we are looking into especially
So
previously
guys,
configured
yeah,
vulnerable versions, right? So there might be chance to other misconfigurations also, right? So we have anything like best practices to implement in the AWS,
check marks. Yes.
only check marks, only
Yes.
CIF check marks we need to follow, right?
No. We have a complete checkpoints of CIS, PCI DCS compliance. We have a session for that. Tomorrow we'll get that best practices.
Okay.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, guys. Meanwhile, that is that I'm gonna show you SSRF with Lambda function, but while that machine gets turned on, I show you the Lambda issues. It's taking time to turn on or prepare the environment. Let's talk about other stuff what we have in the bucket, and let's talk those stuff, and then we'll come back to grab much more information. Okay, so all right, so we talked about KMS, we talked about SSM, we talked about Lambda, we talked about ECR, yes, we talked about load balancer, we talked about VPC endpoint. What else we are remaining with? Oh yeah, we have one more stuff called trusted advisor or inspector. First of all, let's see inspector, which is an application security analyzer. So you can analyze, or you can run inspector on the machine. It seems like internet. Okay, guys, it seems like my internet is very slow. So let me just quickly jump to other, yeah, to other wireless. Give me internet. Let's 25 a minute. I'll jump to the other. Jumped my lab will stop working or what? So we worked in that lab. It is not deployed, but okay. Let me take you to the one of the service which we have, which is our you know, which we'll have to talk about. The service is about is on trusted. Sorry, is on inspector. So inspector service. So inspector service is basically you can think of as an DAS tool which inspects your EC2 instances and does a scan of your instances. If there is a, it analyze your all AppSec application security. So which is there in your EC2 instance, hosted in your EC2 instance. So that is what the inspector service is. It goes and do a scan of the application which is hosted inside in your EC2 instance. For that purpose, we use an inspector service. Okay, and then there is one more service called Trusted Advisor. Okay, so still opening up. So to use an inspector, we have to install an agent on our EC2 instances, and then we have to run the assessments on the target. Okay, so wherever your agents has been installed, this is going to run, completely. You have to first install the agent on them on the EC2 instance where your application is running, and then we run the assessment on that. Okay, so Amazon Inspector enables us to analyze the behavior of our AWS resources and helps us to identify potential security issues on the application. Okay, so that's for the purpose where our Amazon Inspector comes handy. um, but it as it is on the AWS, so it will do a scan on the applications or the instances only of the EC2 instances. Okay, you cannot take it outside and uh, do it for your other applications URL and so that goes only in the, that's why we need that agent to be installed on EC2 to get you the potential security issues on the machines. Okay. Yeah, so we have to install, we have to run, and we have to do this. So that's what Amazon Inspector is and can do. The next we have is Trusted Advisory Service. Okay, Trusted Advisory Service from the point of security. You can look for the port security groups, the ports which are open on security group. Okay, so it is also a monitoring service. Okay, so it is also a monitoring service, but it basically Trusted Advisory gives you the information on that to be related to the it will be related to the security groups, what ports are open on security groups, what things are needs to be open, what need not to be open. So it gives you, and also it can help you on fault tolerance and saving of the money, or even it gives you the recommendations or the best practices which you can do from the point of security. Trusted advisory is not only for security, but it can help you to boost your performance and so on. So even if you see there's a security tab, if you click on security, okay, it will give you that there are some security groups where ports has not been restricted. They are going, you know, 0 by 0, 0, 0, 0. These are being allowed to go anywhere. Okay, so such type of information. But apart from that, see, trusted advisor is good for someone that advises about your account. Okay, it's basically about tells you about the complete advisory. It's an, as its name says, a trusted advisor. So it gives you the advice, okay, that these are the areas where you can improve a little bit. Okay, these are the areas where you need to put security concern on. For example, security group. Okay, on the screen you see security group 0.0.0./0. It says it's your security group have 22 ports or any specific port which is open globally to everyone, which is going publicly. So look into that. So such type of thing. Okay, and also related to any public snapshots, is any EBS has a public snapshot, RDS has a public snapshot. Okay, MFA on does MFA is applied on a root account or not? IAM in current use is good or not? Do you have a proper permissions on the S3 bucket or not? So such type of information it provides you. So you have, yeah, you have both of the things. You have an inspector for this. You have a, sorry, you have inspector, you have trusted advisory. Trusted advisory is basically, as the name suggests, it gives you advisement. Okay, right? So it gives you the advice about your account, that what should be the compliant and what should not be the compliant things, or how you can improve on factors of security. Okay, so that's what advisor is. An inspector is an automated security assessment service that basically do a security and compliance of your application deployed on AWS. So it's kind of scanner, you can think of. So it basically automates application for vulnerabilities or any deviation is there for best practices. So after performing an assessment on inspector, you will have a detailed review, detailed list of security findings, and then you can prioritize the level of severity and you can work around. That's the way how you work on DAST. So that's what it's a DAST service you can think of. It's do a scan of the application and gives you the vulnerable stuff on the dat on the screen. On the other end, trusted advisor is basically an advice service which gives you the complete detail of what has went wrong and what could be used to do it better. Okay, so advisement on your account. Okay, so not only the advisement, but it can also help you to do increase your performance. Which areas you can, what are the unnecessary services which is being used, what is costing you high. Okay, if you go to back on the dashboard, what is costing you high, how you can do the cost optimization, how you can increase the performance. But from, as we are on from the background of security, so if you look for only security, then it gives you the information about what is so vulnerable in your application, or sorry, in your infrastructure, what you can do related to security groups, ELB. If you have you have an access key which has been exposed, such type of information you will get and can be advised from trusted advisor. Okay, that's what trusted advisor and inspectors are. um what next we have, I'm about to, so there's a lambda which is about to be get created. I really should be created. Let's see that the lambda screen.
Hey viewers, our Mastery in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
So we have a lambda here. If we open that lambda, And I'm going to show you where is the environment variable developers usually do mistakes, and that what we should not do. So let it come. Okay, so the mistake is this. Okay, so the mistake is this, that in the environment variable, you have an access key and you have a secret key. Okay, so the access key and secret key has been written in the environment variable, which is not good. Okay, and we're going to exploit that now. We have a lambda, and that lambda has an access key and secret key, which has been written on environment variable. Okay, so how do you pen test that, and how do you get the secret? Like you have a variable and why it's not recommended. We'll give you that in detail. So let's say I have an environment variable, and I'm just waiting for one more thing. Let's go to the IAM here. Okay, I'm gonna drop this access key and secret key on the chat box again. And with that access key and secret key, we will see that how easy it is to extract lambda information. If we have an access key and secret key, and if we have an access of a lambda, we can easily grab the environment details very easily. Okay, so I have some of the users here. Okay, so I'm going to give you this access key for this. That should be this. So we have a security credentials here. So that's the access key. Okay, so here is your access key on the chat box. Okay, why I'm not able to paste it? Copy, paste. So that's this access key, guys, and I want you to give a secret key as well. Where's my secret key? Oh, let me create one. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing. Let me create an access key here. Forget about the previous one. I'll create one access key. Okay, so we'll have secret and access key. Copy, and let me paste here. This is an access key, and this is a secret key. Okay, so that's a secret key. Pasted. Now, what I want you to do is, you have access and secret key. I want to. So what you can do with this access key and secret key is, we can use this access and secret key in order to first enumerate what permissions do we have, and once we have that, we get the permission list from the enumerate IAM. We'll be able to will be very easy for us to able to if we have an access to a lambda function, will be able very easy for us to get the environment variable of the lambda. Okay, so Lohit, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Lohit, are
Vasant,
you
I can
still
hear.
there or?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Actually, the power went off due to rain. Now it came back.
Okay. So, will you be able to share your screen if I make you a presenter?
Yes.
Sure. So I'll make you a presenter here. So you have an access key and secret key, Lohit. Just create a profile. Yeah, create a profile with those access key and secret key.
OG, right? This one, OG class.
Yeah, the latest one which I gave you. Yeah, the last one, OG, and the secret. US East one. Yep. Now, run your enumerate IAM to check what all permission this role have, like access key and secret key with the same, so to see what actions we can perform with this. Yeah, enumerate IAM.
Yes, I have network issue today. Mm,
So it give you a user that this is you. Describe endpoint DynamoDB does work for you. Describe accelerator. No, that's been removed. Oh, you have a lambda. So you see lambda list layer, you can list functions. So you get the lambda list function, okay? That's what we want. So you have this permission, okay? List function, you can list the functions of lambda, you can list the event source, okay? And you can list lambda functions, all right. So keep that running. We'll come back to to the other screen, like open the other terminal. And just write AWS Lambda list function in your profile. AWS Lambda list space list minus functions minus profile your profile name. Yeah. So you have this set of list functions, right? Rakuten, second batch, rule demo, and then CG lambda, CGI something something. So we created that CGI lambda. So we wanted to, yeah, this one. Can you scroll it down a bit more? Scroll down a bit more. Yeah, you see that environment variable. You have environment, you see in variables, you see that access key and secret key. This is what the mistake. Because list function, if anybody has an access of list function on the users, they can easily grab your environment variables information. So we don't store environment variable information, um, in our Lambda. So that's the one. Okay, because if you have that, people will grab that. Make sense? Okay. Once we have this, now you have this access key ID and secret key. You can copy it, create another profile, and then again run an enumerate IAM, see what permissions you have, and if you have that permissions, what permissions you get, and you can describe instances and so on. Start instance, describe instance, and so on. Right? With this set of username and password, you would be able to see what all actions you can perform. But that's not the intent over here. The intention was to just let you know that if AWS Lambda is having an environment variable, then you will lose the information from there. So mistake and exploit. Okay.
Vasant, shall I stop this enumeration? This one.
Yeah, you can stop. You can stop. You can stop sharing as well. Thank you.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, so over here, we saw Lambda serverless, ECR, ECS, pentest, KMS, SSM, inspector, RDS instance. Oh, we do have to talk about RDS, so I'll talk about that. What is RDS instances? VPC introduction, we talked about NACL, load balancers, bastion host, VPC endpoint. Right, I wanted you to get the secrets of RDS instances by going to a private subnet. We did that all together in one lab where we did list the S3 bucket, and we did the SSH, and I showed you how if you have a higher privileges, then how you can describe the RDS instances with the describe options, and you can see the options. So there are two terms which we didn't talk about. These two are there, RDS instance and CI/CD pipeline. That's what we have to look for, or we have to talk about. So this one, which like getting the secret instances of the RDS and secrets from there, we have included that into this lab altogether, where we have listed the S3 bucket content, and we can execute the remote code execution if we have an SSH content. Okay, so we have SSH, we saw that, we did combine these two labs together. And now we are remaining with these two topics: RDS instance introduction and CI/CD pipeline. Let me talk. Let me tell you about those. I think people, those who know already RDS, it's great. But those who don't know, I'll tell you what RDS is. So RDS is again a service in AWS, which allows you to, you know, which allows you to create a managed relational database system. Like it is, RDS stands for Relational Database Service. So you can create relational database services in AWS with this RDS as a service, with the help of which you can have different, relational databases. Like you can have SQL, you can have MySQL, you can have PostgreSQL, and other relational databases. So RDS service on AWS allows you to create your databases. Okay. Um, on this, we don't have. This is again a serverless service. We don't have to manage and maintain it. This will be completely taken care by your AWS. From our end, we just will, once we create an RDS instance, we'll just have a URL to access it. Okay, they'll give us an endpoint to access it, and they'll give us a username and password to access it. Or during the time when you create an RDS instance, it it asks you to create your username and password. And once you have username and password, then you would be able to access the endpoint very easily by using any client portal. Like you can create an RDS instance and you can connect with you know with um, with the client. Like a post PG admin 4. If you have a Postgres, you can have a PG admin 4. If you have MySQL, then you can have MySQL client. So these are different clients which will allow you to connect with the RDS. Okay. But RDS is nothing but a relational database service which allows you to create your relational databases on AWS. Okay. We have a CI/CD pipeline, which is a concept actually, and I really don't want to start it right away now. So we'll take the CI/CD pipeline and this remaining option for tomorrow. So we'll talk about CI/CD pipeline, WAF, Shield, and Messi, Athena, other stuff. And we see guard duty, what guard duty can do, what artifact and SES and security hub. And for tomorrow we have section 5, which we have a WAF, Shield, and log analysis, and how do we do it. And then some parts of automations and pentest at cloud, how we do it, what's the PACU, and how we can use PACU. We saw a little bit about it, but we'll understand it from who maintained and when it was created and how we can use it. Then what vulnerability assessment built-in tools, like we have a Scout suite, how this Scout suite can be used, and a best practices. With Manikand was asking me what are the best practices which you can take care of while we were working on the cloud. Okay, so we'll talk about CI/CD tomorrow. We'll have a now we have a one more lab where how we can set up an alert of the labs over on the next few days will be more over on operations of security. So, and there is one more interesting tool on for the pentest point of view, Scout Suite and PACU. We saw a little bit of the environment from the Terraform, from the automation part. We'll see Terraform tomorrow, and we'll learn this section 6, 5, and 6. We'll start with CI/CD. Okay. Apart from these topics which we haven't covered up, you have a TOC with you. Any of the section which you see, you have a doubt, you want to ask a question, you can bring it on, and we can talk about that. If you have any questions on this, we can talk about that. But if not, if you have questions right away, you can ask me. If not, we can uh, we can continue tomorrow with the section 5 and section 6.
I have a question not related to the topic, but as we have for web pen testing some vulnerable applications where we can try it out and learn vulnerabilities, do we have something like vulnerable AWS just for a practice purpose for pen test? Do you know of anything?
Yes, Raksha. There is a good app which has been created by Rhino Security. That's called Cloud Goat.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Okay, as it's a complete mixed crowd, so I have to think for everyone. I know we have pen testers, and you would be loving to see more of the labs, but as we have operations team as well, we have to think for everyone, and that's how this has been designed. Okay. Uh, if you don't have any questions on the topics which we covered so far, anything you don't have to know about, that's great then. From the section 4, we are only remaining with CI/CD pipeline. And then we'll start section 5 and section 6.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.